Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk, everybody.
Yes, welcome to those in the studio audience and those watching on TV today.
Thanks for joining us. Well, we are in November. It's official. We're in November and getting ready to say goodbye to 2022. We're getting close.
I know, it's so crazy.
It's crazy.
It feels like this whole year just flew by. It felt like we were just ringing in 2022 and we're about to ring out 2022 and join 2023. I can't even get my ears right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gone. It just flies by, doesn't it? And this year it's kind of weird because this year it seems like every month there's new challenges.
Yeah.
Life just kept getting harder and harder.
The last few years.
Yeah, that's true. The last couple of years, since kind of COVID and all that stuff, it just seems like every month there's new challenges. But you know, there's always going to be something to be grateful for. Not everything is 100% bad. You know what I mean?
That's right. There's always something. But did you know that science tells us that the human brain...
Wait, are you getting scientific? Are you getting scientific on me?
I went to a science center not long ago, a couple days ago.
That's true, in San Diego. Okay, so you learned something at the science center.
Yeah,
what did you learn?
The human brain is designed to interpret information as negative, meaning we are more likely to put a negative spin on things than to put a positive spin on them.
So kind of like the glass is either half full or half empty.
Right.
We're kind of born pessimistic then is what you're saying.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
A situation or event can be completely neutral or maybe even a little positive, but we will still think of it as bad.
I get that.
Naturally.
Everybody thinks things are always going to be bad.
I know, and it could be the smallest thing. Like, for example, I went to the grocery store the other day. I'm getting the ingredients to make dinner.
Okay.
And I could not find one of the ingredients. Wide egg noodles. They have to be wide egg noodles.
Wide?
Just
wide or
right.
white? White?
Wide.
Wide?
Wide, like not skinny, wide.
Wide egg noodles.
Wide egg noodles.
Okay.
And I started getting a little worked up because I couldn't find the right noodles I wanted. When I could have just changed the dinner I was making and literally like made spaghetti instead
of Top Ramen.
Top Ramen, absolutely. Not that I like Top Ramen, but you know, every once in a while. But my brain was telling me, yeah, I think Kevin should just take me out to dinner tonight.
Okay.
I put a positive spin on the situation.
Okay, now I know where you're at. Now I know where you're at. Well, there's always going to be a reason to have an attitude of gratitude. And it's really hard sometimes when things don't go quite our way, when situations get a little rough. It's hard to remember the positive stuff, you know. But you got to remember, not everything is 100% bad. It's not all impossible to overcome. We just have to remember the little things that we can be thankful for. Right. You know what I mean? I mean, like Top Ramen when you don't have white egg noodles.
That's right.
Or wide egg noodles. Wide egg noodles.
College students literally live off of
They totally do, and you know what? They're thankful for it too.
They are. They
absolutely what are you thankful for then? The little things. What are you thankful for?
Oh, you know, the Cowboys have been winning.
Oh,
I found these really cool Crocs that have a Dallas star on them, and I got the letters Dallas to put across them, a little football.
Are you serious?
A #1 sign.
Dallas, you're thankful for Dallas Cowboy Crocs.
I am thankful for Dallas Cowboy Crocs, and you're going to be thankful as soon as you see them.
Whatever. No, I don't know. You can have the Crocs.
To be real, let's get real.
Okay.
I'm super thankful for you.
Aww.
I'm super thankful for my husband.
Thank you, baby.
My wonderful children, of which Kate Dizzle is one.
Yes, she is.
I'm grateful for the roof over my head, the house we have, the food we have to eat, whether it's extra wide egg noodles or not. I'm thankful for clothes on my back, for my friends and family.
There you go. Yep.
Lots to be thankful for. What about you?
Well, you know, it's Thanksgiving time of the year, and I'm thankful for, like, corn. I like corn. You gotta have corn with your Thanksgiving meal. So anytime there's corn,
you don't know how bad he has to have corn. He will make everybody stop the dinner, run to the store, get the corn.
Yeah, like you can't have Thanksgiving meal without corn. But anyway,
corn is good.
I'm also thankful for family and of course friends and church and our ministry and our friends in Africa, which I'll be heading out there real soon. And I'm thankful for all of that. But I'm also thankful for Kate Dizzle as well. Ladies and gentlemen, would you put your hands together for our very own mix master, Kate Dizzle? Hey, baby, what are you thankful for? It's Thanksgiving time.
Well, of course, I'm thankful for you guys.
Aww.
The house that you guys provide me to live in right now, living in your roof.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bloopers.
2 beautiful dogs.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm thankful for your dogs as well, how they keep me warm at night even when I don't want them to. love Grandpa. Yep. Anyway.
The protection they offer.
I'm thankful for football season too. I don't know about your Cowboys, but
No. We're thankful for other teams. That's right. That's right. Well, I'm thankful for you, honey. All right, folks, we have a great show for you today. We've got Pastor Darren Williams in the house. And we'll be talking about Thanksgiving and how to be thankful for the little things and even thankful for nothing. So don't go away. We've got a great show for you. We'll be right back after these messages.
And that's mostly on the external portion where all the bark is.
Yeah, but you can see some like right here. You know, like
some deeper grooves.
Yeah, deeper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just it's natural, so it can have flaws.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like people.
We're preaching again. Preaching again.
Hey, can I get a hand over here? Hey, man, we got you. Hey, could you file this permit for me?
Sure, I've got you.
Thanks, man.
Whoa, I got you.
We have times available Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I'm only available on Saturdays.
Oh, no worries. We got you.
Hey, can you call her for me?
Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
We got you.
I got you.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Our first guest is no stranger to us here at the show. He and his family helped Kristie and I launch Connection Life Church in Salem in 2009. He served as our youth pastor, our worship pastor, and all-around support pastor in all of our locations. He's a local business owner, an extremely gifted and talented artist.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my brother-in-law, Darren Williams. Hey!
Hello.
Good to see you, bro.
Hello. It's great to be here.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Have you.
This is going to be a great time, and we are so blessed to have you on the show because you have been with us since day one through Connection Life Church, through this show and everything else, and so it's good to have you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But today we want to talk about your talents because you are very talented.
Yes, Darren has always been a very artistic man.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, he made our wedding rings when we got
did.
married.
You
That's
did.
right.
Well, this is a different one because I can't possibly wear the one that you...
Because you made me a second one that fits me now.
Oh, they shrunk.
Yes, they shrunk.
They shrunk.
You didn't tell us not to wash them on hot water.
Yes.
So,
You can't
they
dry
shrunk.
them.
But
either.
this
She got a new
creative
one,
ring
though.
here, Darren
Awesome.
made this from hand. He sketched
Awesome.
it all out by himself.
Yep.
He
I
doesn't
remember that.
use a mold. He makes his mold, basically.
Makes it, right out of wax.
How long
Yeah.
were you doing jewelry?
30 years.
Oh, my
30 years. You're not doing jewelry anymore, is that correct?
No, haven't been doing that for a few years now.
Been a
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah.
But recently,
Super artistic.
you've decided to get into the art of wood carving.
Yes, I went to the state fair,
Yeah.
saw a guy with a chainsaw carve
Yeah.
an eagle. I'm like, I can do that.
That's where you got inspired.
Yeah, like 2 days later, I went up to my Uncle Gary's house. We cut down a tree. I think we got a video of that, but
Oh my
I
gosh.
cut down a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Oh, she's showing the video.
Oh,
There's a video.
there's a video.
There it
It's
goes.
pretty
There it
awesome.
goes.
This is a tree.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, timber. You got to say timber. When
That's no small
yeah.
tree,
Yeah,
man.
it
That
was-
is no small
No,
tree.
it's massive.
So
and
you
I've
cut
got
down
those.
the tree.
Yeah, and a few weeks later, I had one finished. I finished another one, and then I'm working on,
Well,
another
let's
one.
take a look at what you're looking at and what you're working on. So
Yeah.
what do you
This is your
got?
current.
What do you got with us here?
Well, I'm trying to get better and better each time.
Okay.
This is number 3.
Okay.
So this is going to be a full bodied eagle
Okay.
perched on a log.
So when it starts, it obviously doesn't look like this. It looks like a log.
It's just a log.
So we've
yeah.
got a picture of the log in your garage. This is what it looks like then when you
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
So
just a
that
log.
just looks like
just a log.
when you're camping and you're just sitting
Yeah,
on a log.
Just a log. Yeah.
So how do you got that in your
That's
garage?
crazy.
How do you even get that in your garage?
It was a challenge, that's for sure. That one,
my
it's just
goodness.
it's like 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
Can't even lift that one.
Okay,
up. Yeah.
so now you've got the log, and where do you go from there?
Well, I Google what I want to make, and
Okay.
so it's eagle, bear,
Yeah.
coyote,
Shape.
and then I just look at it, and I just got to visualize it. And basically, you just have to cut away
Yeah. Until it looks like what you want it
what's
to
not
look like.
the eagle. There's an eagle inside there, and you just have to cut away what's not.
What's not eagle.
Yeah.
He's starting to preach now, because all you got to do is
Yeah.
cut away.
Just cut away.
Just cut it away.
Just cut away.
What's
No,
not
that's
supposed
there.
to be there.
Yeah.
Cut
You
it
just
off.
cut it. Okay, anyway. We're
So this is.
This is your current one.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long has it taken you to do what we see here?
This
Right there.
right here is about an hour and a half of work.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Only
Wow.
an hour
Yeah.
and a half with a chainsaw.
Yeah, chainsaws
Very
and grinders and sanders.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty quick, I think.
Well, yeah, the detail later will take longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are all of these? You guys might not be able to see this on the screen, but what are all these? Like,
Yeah.
are those
Termites?
worms?
Yeah,
Like
some
termites?
kind of bugs go inside the bark and the tree and they eat.
You just shave that
Yeah.
off, or
Yeah, just
wow.
And that's mostly on the external portion
Yeah.
where all the bark is.
yeah,
like
but you
that.
can see some like right here.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
Oh, some deeper
yeah,
grooves.
deeper.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's just
Nice.
it's natural, so it can have
Yeah.
flaws.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of
Right.
like people.
We're preaching again.
Preaching
again. Anyway, so then now you've got this. What do you have in your mind? Like, where are you going with this? You take what's your inspiration?
Well, I've always been creative
Mm-hmm.
and doing jewelry for 30 years and then going into a different business of having a foster home.
Right.
I wasn't creating anymore.
Yeah.
And I saw this at the fair and I just go, I can do it. I want to do it.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing
You
it.
did.
And you can sell
So
them.
you like working with your hands.
I do.
You like to
Yeah.
put your hands to something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a photo of what this is going to look like?
Yes.
Okay, let's see that.
Yeah.
So you're going to take this and going to turn
It's
it.
going to be something similar to that.
Well, he's gotta have
And you
feet
can
and
see it. You
everything.
can see the
So, like,
shape
That's
it's going to
amazing.
be.
We're going to actually see the tail behind. So you have to
Yeah,
carve a
it's-
lot of
yeah,
ways.
There's a tail. It's
You're going to
coming.
carve under that in a way.
Yeah, we'll get.
Oh yeah, you have a couple lines on there.
Yeah, I draw.
Oh, okay.
I kind of
okay.
draw.
Draw it on
and,
the wood. Okay.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Very
Unbelievable.
nice.
So this is going to be your second eagle.
Yes.
Let's take a look at your first eagle.
Oh,
we got
yes.
another eagle right here.
Yeah.
So what do you got right here?
So I came home from the fair.
Uh-huh.
We went to get some wood.
Uh-huh.
And I figured I'd start with the smallest piece. That way, if I ruined it, it wasn't that big a deal. And I just started to carve. And
Wow.
and if you're a Seahawk fan,
Come on. Let's
this
go.
could totally work as
Yeah.
a Seahawk.
It looks like a seabird. I mean
Seabird.
hawk.
A
Seahawk.
seabird, yeah. So, and then all this detailed work was done with a Dremel tool.
I was
Okay.
going to ask. So you
Yeah.
can't possibly
You
do
guys
everything with a
probably can't
chainsaw.
see
Yeah,
this,
chainsaw's
but
not
there's
gonna
like
get
little,
that-
like
yeah.
feather strokes
Like
on
the
here. Like, this
detail
is
of the
so
feather.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is
And I didn't
amazing.
know any of this. I didn't Google any of it, what tools to use.
Yeah.
I just went to the,
Slowly.
store and
Yeah.
figured out what would work, and then it just worked.
So now, is this one sold?
Yes.
You actually sold them already.
Yes, I sold this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't talk about how much it costs.
Oh, yeah.
But you're more than welcome to send your bids into the show.
Yeah.
I'll take orders. That's fine.
But honestly, like just lumber itself today is so
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about logs that size, that's just
Yeah.
in itself
Yeah.
has some value to it.
Yep.
Wow. And so this was your first creation, and then we've got your second creation.
second
Take a look
creation
at this
right
one.
there.
This is the coyote. Now this is.
coyote.
Did you have a photo or what?
Yes, I had
what?
some
So you had a
photos.
photo.
Yeah.
Dude, he has teeth.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Like
He has
literally.
teeth
You wanna-
and nostrils.
Nostrils,
and
eyes.
Wow.
And he's got these little
Teeth.
grooves in his ears.
Yes.
That's
Pretty
unbelievable.
fun.
That's amazing.
And then, wood has imperfections. So the very back, it's got a big old crack down it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just part of it.
It's part of
Yeah.
it.
So I just made it.
So were all
the
three
back.
of these out of the same log?
No.
That tree you cut down?
No.
No.
I had
Okay.
multiple
question.
logs,
Okay.
different sizes, and then they're sold by the foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you learned that.
You learn. I Googled it.
There's a lot you can learn
Yeah.
on Google.
But
So-
I wanted to do a coyote because we have a house in Arizona, and there's coyotes in the back. They
Yes.
run in
Right.
through the
That's
golf course.
right.
And I figured it would go to that house.
Yeah.
But it's ending up going to my uncle who gave me all the wood in
Okay.
exchange for the wood.
Wow.
And he was thrilled to have it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it up tomorrow, actually.
That's amazing.
Yep. This one's going to Tacoma. This one's going to Portland. And I'll get finish that one, and that'll go to somebody.
And is that eagle already
No, it's not spoken
claimed?
for. It's just, it's needing a home.
It's just
so just write to www.straighttalk.com and put your orders in. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that's amazing work.
That is awesome.
So are you thinking you might just continue and like one after the other? How many pieces of wood do you have?
I'm going to just keep going as long as I can see and work.
Yeah. So does this feel more like a hobby
Yes.
or like something that could turn into like livelihood?
Well, because of my job that I have at the foster home,
right.
we do a lot of traveling and we have lots of fun.
Yes,
but when we're not, there's a lot of just downtime.
Yeah.
So I'm just going out on the back deck. The guys go out there with me.
They hang out with you?
Well, the guys actually help me.
Do the guys work on these?
They help me too.
Really?
I let them do just the
Nice.
basic grinding, sanding,
Yeah.
not the detailed work, but they get enjoyment out of it. And I take photos and, you know,
Nice.
so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's quite a bit of stuff you can make out of wood,
Oh, yeah.
even if it's not,
Yep.
you know, a statue or something.
Yep. Somebody came to me yesterday and said, I would like you to make me a totem pole.
Oh.
So I've never done that, so I'll make a totem pole.
Well, if you charge by the foot, that's great.
I'm like, how tall you want it?
How tall you want that totem pole?
10-foot totem pole.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all your art with us. You've been very artistic in the church and the ministry that we've always worked together in, and we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But this is amazing, and for sure we're gonna have to get one for our house.
Yes,
we're gonna
I'm already thinking of what
we're gonna
design
start
I
with the half footer. Okay, we're gonna start with the half footer. Then we're gonna work our way up to a foot. But no, they appreciate you sharing that with us. Hey, listen, everybody, when we come back, we're going to have more with Darren Williams here at Straight Talk. So don't go away. We've got more Straight Talk right after these messages. I'm down to almost 50-50. I'm going to go with, oh, come on.
You touched it.
I think I'm in trouble.
Come on.
I think I'm in trouble.
Let's see.
Oh! Yes!
Oh!
When I'm listening to a customer, my number one priority is to listen.
In every moment that I'm with this customer or this client, am I doing everything that I can to look out for their best interest at the end of the day?
Just make sure they have plenty of options and they're happy with the choice that they make. It doesn't matter what we want, everything that they want is what we want to make happen.
At the end of the day, we do a walkthrough, communicate with the customer, make sure they're completely happy with what they've spent their hard-earned money for.
Welcome back, everyone. All right, we're hanging out with my brother, Darren Williams, and Darren and I are about to go head-to-head in a game, a very creative game called Egg Roulette. K Dizzle, tell us what we need to do here.
All right, so in this game, we have a carton of eggs, a dozen eggs.
Uh-huh.
What you guys are going to do is you're going to take turns going back and forth, smashing an egg on your head. Rule number 1. Once you pick up the egg, you can't put it back.
Got it.
Rule number 2. Well, that's the only rule. So, the first person to smash 2 raw eggs on their head loses.
Okay.
There's a total of 3 raw eggs in the 12. All right? Let's get it going.
Who goes first?
Who's going first? Who's going first?
I'll let our guests go first. We got our safety goggles on, everybody. Safety first here at Straight Talk. Safety first. Okay, once you touch it, pick it up, it's yours. Let's go, let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go. What kind of hit was that? Oh, man. All right, let's go.
Let's see it.
What do we want? I think I'm good. Yes!
Oh, dang it.
Yes! Let's go! You got it, man.
Oh, shoot.
You can tell.
I can tell.
You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
man. 3 in a row. go! Here we go, here we go. Man, that makes me nervous that you could tell.
Well, I was wrong.
You were wrong, but what if I'm not wrong? Here we go. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Let's go. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
my gosh. What do you got? What do you got? Oh,
yeah!
Bro, I'm down to almost 50-50 here. I'm down to almost 50-50. I'm gonna go with oh, come on.
You touched it.
I think I'm in trouble.
Come on.
I think I'm in trouble.
Let's see.
Oh!
Yes! Oh. Oh, man.
It got inside my goggles. Let's go. You gotta, come on, that better be. Let's go. Oh my God. Dude, listen, if I get another one and he wins without even getting one, that's gonna be terrible. What in the world? Come on, I'm going with this one.
Okay, here we go.
Dude, I better not lose right here.
Come on,
you don't get wet at all.
Come on.
Oh, man. Yes!
Oh.
You gotta get one. You gotta get one. Let's go. Oh, thanks for coming on the show, bro. Dude, you gotta. What in the world, dude? That is crazy. There are 2 eggs left that are raw. Only one is not.
Hold on.
I just won the game.
Kinda.
No.
Okay.
But I think
I'm gonna lose.
I think I just won.
No, but we're going all the way.
Okay.
No, we're going all the way. Give me
Okay.
the music. Give me the music.
So you have a 33% chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have a 100% chance I've won the game.
Let's just go. I'm going with this one.
Okay. All right.
Which means if this is hard boiled, you're getting wet.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Come on.
Yes. You gotta go. You got to go. You got 100%. This was fine. We're 1 to 1. Oh, so this is for the game.
Good job, though.
You won.
That was a good job.
You won. Hey, well,
I
listen.
guess this is considered winning.
I guess he won. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, don't go away. We'll have more Darren Williams and Straight Talk right after this.
Towel, please.
Towel! Okay, so let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
You've been to Las Vegas many times.
Yep.
You've been to Disneyland many times. You go to the coast, and that's work?
I do get paid to go on vacation.
And ministry.
And I'm serving
do what comes
people.
naturally to him.
They need it. So.
Well, that's amazing. That's awesome. But I mean, I know you have lots of stories, but to do, your work and your ministry, and then God blesses that. I mean, that's an incredible opportunity that not a lot of people get to experience.
Hey, can I get a hand over here? Hey, man, we got you.
Hey, could you file this permit for me?
Sure, I've got you.
Thanks, man.
Whoa, I got you.
We have times available Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I'm only available on Saturdays.
Oh, no worries. We got you.
Hey, can you call her for me?
Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
We got you.
I got you.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we've been having fun with our brother-in-law, Pastor Darren Williams.
Yes, we have.
And Kevin and Darren just played egg roulette. How was that?
Yeah.
Kevin lost. I have to say, you guys went pretty far without ever finding a raw egg.
We did.
And then you got down to nothing but raw egg.
That's true. We each got it. You got it twice.
Well, technically, he actually won before he even had to do it.
Yes.
Because of the statistics, but he's a good sport. And
the odds were stacked against you.
It's good for your skin.
It is. I feel moisturized.
Yes.
You know, I feel moisturized.
Yeah. It's like,
it helps the hair grow too.
What is that? That is not even in the notes, right? No. That is not on the teleprompter.
That is natural. That is natural knowledge. I know things.
Anyway, it was fun. It was fun. It's a good sport anyway. Well, Darren, we're so glad to have you on, and we want to just talk a little bit about history, ministry, and business. What we do at this show is we like to bring local business owners. You're a local business owner, but also you helped us start this church back in 2009. Seems like forever ago.
That seems like so long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, literally all of our kids were just
They were, in elementary school.
They were.
Middle school,
And of course, Malia was just an infant.
Little tiny
She was literally an infant.
She was 1 year old.
Was she 1?
She was born in 08, so.
Oh, I guess so. I guess so. But, and then Kaylani, Kennedy, they were just, Kennedy was what? She must have been 2 or 3. No.
Four.
Yeah.
She's 3 years older than Malia, so.
We started that church on Brown Road. You and your family were part of that launching, and you've always been creative. We talked about your creativeness and that wood carving, but I remember one of the things I'll never forget, and it's still up today, when Darren carved our first Connection Life Church logo.
Right, it's still on the building.
It's in the baptistry.
Yeah.
You made it out of
styrofoam.
Yeah, how did you even do that?
I just went to Home Depot, got a thick sheet of styrofoam and carved it.
Yeah.
And then painted it. It's still up. I drove by the other day.
It's still up.
Yeah, you can drive.
There's one on the front of the building too, right?
That's right.
Under the front eaves, there's a little sign,
on the top
and then
of
there's
the
one
building.
inside.
And then there's one inside the baptistry.
Oh, that's right.
right.
And that's still up too.
That's just the okay.
I've seen it. That's still up.
That's cool.
And then here at this building, you helped us create our kids' church.
Yes, painting in there.
And then all of the leaves on top of the ceiling hanging down.
All of you guys made boards on the wall and then carved in or painted on the little knots in the wood and the imperfections in a sheet of wood. It was amazing. Like they hand sprayed all that.
I know, with almost like airbrushing.
It was airbrushing. Yeah.
It was airbrushing to paint it, including all the leaves.
Yep.
All hand done.
Yep.
All hand carved. All hand painted.
It's good. It's good to work with your hands.
I guess so. How long have you been doing artwork like that? You said 30 years?
Well,
or you've been jewelry. You did jewelry for 30 years.
Well, you know, if you're artistic, you were artistic when you were really small and you did drawings and crayons and it just, you know, everything evolves. You just work with different mediums over time.
But now, today, you and your wife are local business owners.
Yep.
But it has nothing to do with art.
It doesn't really have anything to do with art, but it does have to do with ministry.
So talk to me about that.
So
what do you guys do
we serve people that need it.
Okay.
So my wife has an adult foster home. People are just getting up there in age, and they just need help and support. And then I've got some younger guys that just need some supports, and it's great.
So they live with you.
Yep.
24/7.
Yep. The house is a 24/7 foster home.
And you guys been doing that for a number of years. When was the first one that you opened?
Deanna, she opened one in 2003, and she's had one for 20 years now.
In multiple locations.
Yeah, multiple locations, multiple cities. Yep. And then I started mine 4 years ago. It's been 4 years now. So.
And what's ministry like? I mean, we're talking about business and ministry because a lot of people know you as Pastor Darren. That's the only thing they know, right? So if they don't see you and me in a church building on a Sunday morning, they're like, oh, they're not really pastoring or ministering anymore.
Right.
What would you say to that?
You could say the word minister means to serve.
Okay.
So we have jobs that serve others.
Yeah.
Serve those that need serving.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very much like ministering in a church.
Okay, but if you're going to take it there, then every person that has a job is serving someone.
Sure.
Serving their boss.
Yeah, and a lot of it is attitude.
It is, right?
So keep a good attitude.
Not everybody can do what you do.
No.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Is it easy? Is it hard? What's life like in a day at the Williams?
What I like about it is I get to just make my own schedule. So we do a lot of fun things.
With
the guys. We've been to Las Vegas twice. We've been to Disneyland 4 times.
Oh my goodness.
Took one of my guys to Hawaii for a week.
You go to the coast all the time.
We go to the coast to have lunch.
Wait. So let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
You've been to Las Vegas many times.
Yep.
You've been to Disneyland many times. You go to the coast, and that's work?
I do get paid to go on vacation.
And ministry.
And I'm serving
do what comes
people.
Naturally to him.
They need it. So.
Well, that's amazing. That's awesome. But I mean, I know you have lots of stories, but to do, you know, your work and your ministry, and then God blesses that. I mean, that's an incredible opportunity that not a lot of people get to experience.
Yeah, one of the blessings was we were able to purchase a home in Arizona.
Okay.
And so that's a getaway.
Uh-huh.
And take the guys down there, we swim, we golf.
Like a mini vacation.
Yeah.
When you want to go.
And that actually is the blessing as a result of serving.
Yep, for sure.
That was a full result of the work that you're doing now.
Yeah, I believe if you do what other people don't want to do, you'll get paid for it.
That's a good point.
And you'll like your job.
That is a good point.
You should like what you do. It has its challenges, but you just got to have a good attitude.
So currently, you guys together have 2 homes.
Yep.
So, and each home is different.
Each home is different in who we serve.
Okay.
But they're similar in how we serve.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so tell us really quickly though, in addition to serving in your jobs, in your career, in your business, you're also going to go help your son this weekend.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, me and a couple of the guys are going to go up to Puyallup, Washington. And John is a worship pastor.
He was
up
on
there.
the show.
Been on the
In
show.
fact, he was on our very
first episode. Yeah, and I've seen that one.
Yeah.
And what a great young man serving God.
He's doing awesome.
And I'm just going to go up there and hang out with him, meet his girlfriend's parents.
Oh,
and then also I get to play the bass for them up there.
That's so cool.
So I still get to do music every once in a while.
Music ministry in Puyallup. We'll tell them we said hello,
for sure.
Pastor Roger.
Well, you used to do music with them.
We used to do music with Puyallup.
Yeah, you were a piano player
and
a singer up there.
for a little bit there. And it's a great church. And
Yeah.
Johnny's doing fantastic. And that's my nephew, so pretty proud. Your son, pretty proud. He's doing great. And all of your kids are so musically gifted.
Yes,
like
they are.
unbelievable musically
they got
gifted.
talents, yeah.
They get that from you or Deanna?
That's a good question.
Probably a good mixture of the two.
Probably a mix of both.
I'm pretty sure it's a mix
your wife can sing
of
too.
both.
She can blow.
Play
I think she's an incredible musician.
She is. She
absolutely.
probably wouldn't admit it, but she can.
She is.
She can well.
So my kids
Actually,
got.
you two sang at our wedding. When we got married, they
That's
sang a song at our wedding.
Of course, I remembered that.
Okay, I'm about to tell you the name of the song. It was called.
Oh, come on! Do you have the memory?
If You Could See What I See.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
All I remember is dreams come true. Wait, that's what you sang at my wedding.
I forgot about
I cannot believe that you remember that.
How can we forget that song?
All right, oh my goodness.
That was actually at your uncle's house.
Grandparents and Uncle Mark.
Yeah, his wedding.
That at your wedding. That's right. That's funny.
All right. Well, folks, we have to take a break, but when we come back, we'll get into the Thanksgiving spirit with a discussion on being thankful for nothing. Should we go? Don't go anywhere. We'll be back around.
Yes.
Like massive army style.
We like meat.
Yes. The Truett Williams Thanksgiving Day, and oftentimes turned into kind of a little bit of competition. Sometimes we did.
We played games.
We played games.
Little charades.
You know, a little Williams
couple,
versus Truett's games, charades.
A couple physical. Welcome back, everyone. Today we've got a new series that we're going to be introducing called Thanks for Nothing. Now, you might be wondering what that's about, but there's a lot of things to be thankful for. But in this series, we're going to talk about the things that sometimes we're not so thankful for. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. And
it's time to talk.
Let's talk.
All right. Today we're talking about Thanksgiving. One of my favorite holidays, and I believe one of yours. Is that correct, Darren?
It's got to be.
Oh, the food.
The food. Actually, we've been to your house for Thanksgiving quite a few times.
Bit.
Pretty much.
Quite a few times.
Almost every Thanksgiving.
And there's always a lot of food.
Yes.
Like massive Army style.
We like
yes.
meat.
Yes, the Truett Williams Thanksgiving Day, and oftentimes turned into kind of a little bit of competition. Sometimes we
played games.
We played games.
Little charades.
You know, a little Williams versus Truett's games, charades.
A couple physical charade games.
What was the other game? Oh, we played that
what
one.
we slide stuff on the table and you get win $1
That
bills.
was cool. Yeah.
That was
Yes,
cool.
yes.
That was cool.
The kids always loved going to Uncle Darren's house for Thanksgiving.
They did.
You know, Uncle's got like money under cups, and going for Easter, there's money in the eggs.
Yep. But I always remembered the food. And
Yes,
Darren, you
so
have
good.
always been the one to do the carving, which totally makes sense because you went from carving turkeys to now carving eagles.
He's carved gold. He's carved gold.
Yep.
But I could never carve the turkey because I frankly don't know how, but
it is a challenge because they are hot.
They are, yeah. You burn your fingers doing that.
Oh yeah, you got to put cold water on your fingers throughout the carving process because it's just hot.
Yeah. But when we go to your house, we always gather the family. We give thanks.
Yep.
We pray, and it seems to me like at least Truett Williams, whether we're at our house or your house, it seems like there's always been other people around, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
we're inviters.
Yeah, we are. We're gatherers.
Friends
we're
and
inviters.
family.
Yeah.
But I think people appreciate that, and then they're thankful because where would they be if they weren't there?
Right.
Maybe somewhere else,
Right.
but we were able to open your home, open our home, and we all have something to be thankful for.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? What are some of the things that you're probably the most thankful for? When we go into a holiday season like this, I know that being in ministry together, you've always taken the time to, okay, listen, we're going to have fun, we're going to open presents, we're going to eat turkey, we're going to do all this for all the holidays that we're talking about. But you always make sure that we stop and remember why. Like, God is the reason why, and we give thanks. But for you, what does it mean to go into the holiday season, the Thanksgiving season? What are you thankful for?
Well, you've already said it throughout the show, but your family,
right?
God, your friends, a roof over your head, good jobs. That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, the provision that comes with that.
Yeah.
We have been blessed because oftentimes, you find yourself in a position where maybe it's a little harder than other times, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in this series, but we don't want to forget to be thankful for even the small things, even the little things, right? It's easy to be thankful for the big things and like the miraculous things, right? So like, honey, when your ears, you had the surgery, it's easy to give God thanks for that.
Right,
and what was that like, life-changing for you? Now you can hear. I mean, now...
Yeah. It's very different when if you're, like for me, deaf a lot of your life, or at least a nice segment of it, and then, technology changes and science changes and doctors discover other things, and suddenly they can stick a metal bone in your ear and you can hear now. So, it's easy to think, oh, I'm thankful for my hearing. But it's funny that you bring that up because there are some big things that sometimes we forget to be thankful for.
Like?
We might be thankful for it for a little while, and then over time, it kind of gets pushed to the back of our mind, the back of our heart even, and we forget to be thankful for that. So I love the daily reminders of things like that.
Well, and it's funny that you say that.
Oh, because there's another?
There's another angle to this. Because when she had her surgery, Darren, we went to, I think it was Applebee's or something like that after the first surgery, right? Didn't we go to Applebee's right afterwards?
So. I think.
And we're sitting in the restaurant, and unbelievably, she can hear people on the other side of the restaurant talking, and it was starting to annoy her. And I couldn't hear them at all. I'm like, what
she
are
got
you
better hearing
about?
than you now.
I mean, it was unbelievable. But this is what's really funny is we are so thankful that God, was able to use that surgeon, repair her ears, and now she can hear out of both ears without hearing aids. For how many years did you have hearing aids during our marriage?
I got them when I was 29, and so just stopped
gosh,
so 20 years.
Almost 20 years. Yeah, like 20 years with hearing aids, right?
Yeah, I was 49 when we got surgery.
But this is what's funny, and this is why I'm so thankful for this show, because now we're so thankful that she can hear, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, apparently, I snore. See, I have not snored our entire marriage. When someone asks, do you snore? I say, no, absolutely not. I don't snore.
Yeah.
But apparently...
She just couldn't hear it.
She just couldn't hear it.
I will never forget the first night that they took the stuffing out of my ear, because they keep your ear packed pretty tight so the ear bones don't move right away, because they need it to heal first before the bones start vibrating and moving again. And the first night after they had taken the packing out of my ear, I was laying there thinking, what is that noise? And I could not figure it out at first, because I've never heard him snore. So somewhere in that 26 years of marriage, he started a new habit called snoring. And
I started
snoring 26
snoring
years ago.
And it was actually kind of comical to me at first, because I was like, oh, I can hear my husband snoring. And you know, it's just like we talked about at the beginning of the show, the brain naturally wants to make everything negative, right? It wants to make it bad. So you can choose at that moment whether you allow it to continue to be bad, or remember to be thankful for the fact that you can hear now.
That's a good
Thankful
point.
for the fact that my husband is still beside me. You know, he's right there, finding the things to be thankful for in the moment. So
she's saying that now, but in the moment, she was like, oh, honey, turn over.
No, that's not true.
It was
I was
close.
very thankful at first. Now though.
A minute later.
It's been a year since I've had the surgery, and now I might kick him or jab him.
No, when it first started, she was so annoyed. She had to put earplugs in. She got a noisemaker, all of this stuff. And you know what? She really, actually, there was one night where she was pretty annoyed. And she was hitting me. She was like, honey, and blah, blah. She was annoyed. And I rolled over because I wanted to get mad at her for getting mad at me. I'm like, what are you talking about? You need to stop. Like, I'm just sleeping, right?
You were.
I wanted to say that, but instead I rolled over, and I think I told you this, but I almost started crying, because it was in that moment where she was annoyed because she could hear me snoring. She was getting on my case. I rolled over, almost started crying, and I just started thanking God.
Yeah.
Because the fact is that she can now hear me
You've been praying for it forever.
Seriously, we've been praying. You know that. You know, you've helped us pray.
Yeah.
We've just been praying for that breakthrough, and it was that moment when she was upset because I was too loud that, oh, you know what? It wasn't that, actually. I think I was watching a video on that's why she was mad.
Oh, that's what
because
it is.
it wasn't my
That's what it
snoring at that moment. I was watching some videos. I don't know if it was our show or our services or something. And she was like, "Are you still watching that?" Mad.
Like, go sleep already.
Man. I was like, I'm watching, but you used to not hear me, right?
Yeah.
I put it down. I rolled over, almost started crying, because you got to be thankful for those things, right? Yeah. Those things.
Yeah.
And I want to read this scripture because this is so relevant. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 20. Ephesians 5:20 says, give thanks always for all things, all things to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It doesn't say some things. It doesn't say for only the good things.
Right.
It doesn't say for the things that you like or enjoy. It says all things. I mean, what does that even mean? It means everything.
Yeah.
It means the good, the bad, the ugly, all things. And throughout this series, I want to talk about being thankful for all things, right? In our lifetime, and I can remember times in the Williams family and in the Truett family, there have been hard times. Like, there have been good times, there have been bad times.
Yeah.
There have been healthy times, there have been not healthy times. When my father passed away of leukemia, that was a rough time. You know, we've all had losses in our family, but yet we have to choose to always remain thankful, because it was those moments when we discovered that even in the hardest times, God is still there for us.
Yep.
Right.
And some of those things, like, where would we be if we didn't experience those hard times, those rough times, right? So we have to be thankful for everything, everything, including being able to hear your husband snore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I am. I'm thankful for your snoring.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of hard times that when we really kind of think about the hard times that we've already endured, when we look back, there are a lot of hard times that help mold us and shape us into who we are today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's why it's so important to be thankful, because you know some things, when the Lord's in the mix, there's something good coming about through the hard. You know, you're getting stronger, you're withstanding something, whatever's going on, it brings us out better on the other side. So
yeah. And there's been some rough times, and I want you to let's talk about that when we come back from the break. Let's talk about like a rough time in our life, ministry, career, whatever, and how we came out of it thankful. Let's talk about that. When we come back, more straight talk and how to be thankful for nothing.
Hey, can I get a hand over here? Hey, man, we got you.
Hey, could you file this permit for me?
Sure, I've got you.
Thanks, man.
Whoa, I got you.
We have times available Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I'm only available on Saturdays.
Oh, no worries. We got you.
Hey, can you call her for me?
Yeah, I got you.
I got you. We got you.
I got you.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the show where we're going to continue our discussion with being thankful for nothing.
Yep. So we're talking about being thankful for the great things, the neutral things, and the hard things. And I think about it like this. There's a spectrum of blessings. There's a spectrum of experiences. On this far side of the spectrum are the miracles, right? Hearing when you couldn't hear before. It's easy to give thanks for that. And then in the middle of the spectrum, we've got like neutral things. It's just our daily stuff. We've got a job we go to every day. We've got food in our bellies. We've got our clothes that we wear. Thank God for our clothes, right? And then over here, on this side of the spectrum, we've got the hardships where life just isn't fun, right? And we've every one of us has experienced something like that, right? For you, it was your ears. For me, I remember when my father was suffering of leukemia, and y'all were around, and Kristie actually was his caretaker for a little while, and helping Dad, making sure he ate right, and that sort of thing. That was over here on this spectrum where it's like, how do you thank God for that, right? There's gonna be things in our life where it's hard to thank God. These are things that were unexpected. These are things like getting in a car accident, losing your job, having leukemia, you know, or cancer in your body, or just crazy things that are on this side of the spectrum, right? It's easy to thank God on this side of the spectrum. It's okay to, it's pretty natural to thank God for our daily stuff, but what about when you get over here on this hard side of the spectrum? You have anything experience like that?
Well, I would say that it's hard to give thanks in the moment of those.
Right.
But looking back, you can say, obviously you're still here.
Right.
But you can just see where you grew in an area, or there was a miracle that happened later. But in that moment of trial, it's pretty hard to give thanks in the moment, whether it's a death of a loved one, divorced parents. I know in my life, there's been difficult challenges just with my children. And if you're married, you know, most people have difficulties in their marriage. You know, two people trying to live together and, and raise kids together and make money and pay bills. You know, there's just, so it's hard to give thanks in the moment of pain or the moment of the trial, the difficulty. But you can see and you can give thanks a little bit later on.
Some of those miracles that take place, like God's working out the miracle in the hardship, but we don't see the full fruition of the miracle till afterwards. And then we look back and we're like, oh, that's absolutely miraculous that maybe we made it through that, or, you know, oh, the situation with my child could have turned out way worse. You know, there's always a bright side to look at if we choose to.
I just think the word faithfulness. You know, God's faithfulness. You look back and you're just thankful for his faithfulness.
The Bible says in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, check this out. It says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving. So with thanksgiving in our heart, let your requests be made known to God. And I love this scripture because we literally talk about being thankful for everything, including that which makes us anxious. Because he says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything, prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving.
Yep.
So there are times in our life, right? I can remember times in my life when I was a kid, I wasn't so responsible, right? And I would just do things on a whim, like buy cars, right? The first car that I remember vividly was a Mazda RX-7. It was sitting on the corner of the lot in downtown Boise, Idaho. It was up on the ramp. It was red. I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So, I mean, of course I got it. I went and got it. Now, as part of my career, I have to negotiate. So I guess that started back then because I literally walked into that place and I negotiated my way into that car. Even though I was underage, I went in there. He said, well, it's going to cost this much down. I said, I don't have that much, but what I do have. And I traded an Atari, all of our Atari games, my stereo, my speakers, everything I owned. I put it in a box. And I took it to the dealership, and I said, I've got an Atari. Now, this is like when games, like video games first came out. It was mostly Pac-Man. Wooka, 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 woo, woo. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the dude took it, and I got that car. Now,
I have to ask you, was that your Atari or the family Atari?
Oh, man.
Who can remember when you're over 50 years old?
Yes, I don't remember, but...
I can't remember 50 years ago.
But anyway, the point of the story is, fast forward a little bit, I wasn't ready to buy that car. I had to make a car payment, insurance, gas. Yeah. So I vividly remember running out of gas multiple times. Multiple times. I vividly remember getting in trouble for not having insurance when I got pulled over for speeding. I vividly remember that. I literally like almost went to jail. Like the officer said, this is it. You either do community work or you go to jail. So, of course, I chose community work. Dad bailed me out, and I had to do community work at his Bible college in Boise, Idaho, for my dad. I paid my, but if I didn't do that, he was going to send me to jail for 4 days. I'm like, I ain't spending 4 days in jail, and I was on probation anyway. Then, on top of that, the car, like I'm at home one day. I can't remember where I was, but all of a sudden, I was not in, no, I was in my parents' car or my friend's car. We were driving home, and I see my car on a tow truck going the other way. I'm like, that's my car. And it got repossessed. I'm telling you this story because we all experience stupid stuff in life that's hard. And in the moment, like I didn't go, oh, thank you, Lord.
Right.
My car's going that way. I didn't say that, right? When I ran out of gas, I didn't go, oh, thank you, God. I'm so glad that I just ran out of gas. You know, in the moment, I didn't thank God for the hard times. But the Bible says be anxious for nothing.
Right.
And there's so many things in our life right now that cause us anxiety.
Right.
Cause us to be anxious.
Right.
Cause us to be upset. And one of the things that is hard is to not forget the blessing, you know, everything we thank God for on this side of the spectrum when we have an experience on this side of the spectrum. Right. It seems like every time we experience something on this side of the spectrum, this side of the spectrum gets forgotten. And I think, what if we were able to be thankful along the whole spectrum of life?
In all things. Yeah.
Imagine that. In all things. I believe that's when you walk in a realm of blessing.
Yep.
Because everything is a blessing. Yeah. You change your mindset.
Right? Attitude.
Right.
You change your attitude, you change your mindset, and you walk in that realm of blessing.
Right. I think we just have to remember that rough times are always going to be there. We're all going to experience things, but learning not to let that control our life and how we act. We've kind of talked about this in previous shows. You know, not focusing so much on the issue that our eyes get off of everything else around us. You know, because the issue, if the pumpkin was the issue, that's very small compared to everything else around it. Yeah. So and the more we focus on it, the longer we stay there.
Yeah.
You know, my gaze will get stuck there for a long time, and then all of this amazing stuff goes on around me, whether it's with my spouse, my kids, my family, my friends. There's so much that happens that honestly I feel like God kind of puts into the moment Like, hey, take your eyes off of that and look up here. Look what I just did for you, and look what I just gave you, and look what I'm doing around you in the midst of the troublesome time, or midst of the situation, or whatever the circumstance. There's so much more that happens around us, even in that time. Yeah. So I think we'll see that more. The more, like you said, we learn to be thankful, even when it's hard. You know, Lord, thank you. Thank you for everything. You know, thank you that I was able to open my eyes and take a breath today.
That's right.
The smallest detail, like I have to breathe to live. And my eyes opened this morning and I took another breath. So without breath, I'm not here. So
you almost have to weigh, you got to give more weight to the blessings than the hardships. I think we put too much weight on the hardships. So, you know, you have 10 blessings and then one hardship just makes it off kilter. And we just have to make sure we balance it correctly. And, you know, we're almost out of time, but I wanted to make sure that we had the opportunity to say thank you, Darren, because I had this project of building a deck around our above-ground pool. And I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that my brother-in-law already knew that if he doesn't come and help intervene in this situation, this deck was never happening. Because he called me up, he goes, bro, what are you doing? I go, nothing. He goes, yeah, what about that deck? I got free time tomorrow. You want to get it? I'm like, are you serious?
We just got it
Come
done.
on, let's get her done.
Yeah.
And now I am convinced it's probably one of the most beautiful, you know, most practical decks in our entire neighborhood.
Really is. It's wonderful.
It's
wonderful. We live out there a lot.
We absolutely live out there, and we have to thank you. We have to thank Ricky out in the audience who helped out. Ricky,
like these guys came
Jason,
over.
they came over and helped helped get her done. My son, and so thank you, Darren. I wouldn't want to have you on the show without at least saying thanks for helping us finish our deck. Yeah. And we are absolutely in love with that deck. And I don't know if you knew this, but Cameron and Alina, they just bought their first house.
Nice.
They just bought their first house. It's in
It's up in Yakima.
Yakima.
Or not Yakima.
Vancouver?
Vancouver. It's actually considered Vancouver.
Yakima, Vancouver.
Vancouver.
It's kind of on the Camas side of Vancouver.
Yeah. So he's learning construction and he's building walls in his garage.
That's great.
Trying to do all this other stuff, but it's been entertaining to watch, and he's just going at it. But thank you for the deck. I appreciate that.
You bet.
Well, hey guys, we are out of time, and we want to thank our guest, Pastor Darren Williams, who blessed us with his wood carving, blessed us with egg on his face. Creating what a creative guy and awesome minister. So we want to thank Darren for being on the show. We also want to thank our sponsor, Advantage Heating and Air, who has been keeping Salem comfortable since 1992. And we want to thank you for tuning in. And join us next week as we continue our discussion on Thanksgiving. Thanks for nothing. God bless you. Have a great week, everybody. No, I said Darren.
You said Daryl.
I did not say Daryl. I said Darren. We've got Pastor Darren Williams in the house. I said Darren. What? Did it sound like I said Daryl? Pastor Darren Williams. I said Darren. I'm pretty sure I said Darren, but did it sound like Daryl to you, Darren?
Pronunciate well. Darren.
I'm pretty sure I said in.
Darren.
Did I not say in?